Can you carry me?
I'm going to touch myself and cast light.
Cyrus, no!
I trust your whiskey taste. I trust your judgment.
So it can speak. We get its tongue now.
I'm not sure there's been an occasion where any of us have been particularly stealthy.
It probably wouldn't have worked, but we should have tried. Why are we so stupid?
I think the lesson from this is that I need to stop listening to you guys.
And it's at this moment we realize the DM is an idiot. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 6th session of As Below, So Above. Where we last left our heroes, they were going through a magically sealed entrance, and then the door seemed to roll closed behind them as they entered into this cave system. They had just met Randy, who was an old friend of Samson, and was regaling you all with beloved stories of his friend Samson and the adventures and escapades they got up to. Other than that, there isn't too much to recap from last time. I mean, there's the whole thing of going between the different rooms of that large building. You guys not sure what time/year it was, and then leaving the town once you found the map that pointed towards something called LL, or I think you guys assume that it stands for Lava Lakes.
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll find out, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So you guys, sorry.
Zoom just crashed for me, and then it just booted right back up again.
Oh,
Lose you.
But it didn't crash on your end.
No, it looked like your camera went off for a second and then came back
Ooh.
on. So I just thought you were like readjusting or something.
No,
Oh, shoot.
it's all good.
Okay, perfect. So yeah, I don't know if you missed anything, but basically I was just finishing up the recap. Basically, you guys have entered the cave, and
Yep.
yeah, so describing the inside of this cave, it's very bright. It's a lot brighter than you'd expect, considering you just went underground, even though you're kind of underground already in this environment, but underground. Very bright, and you see off in the distance these lava waterfalls that are going into these large basins and then seem to be floating in all different directions, cutting up this kind of very veiny looking river. And you guys can kind of walk through around here. Looking past the bright streams of lava coming down from the falls, it seems like there are tunnels that go under these lava falls that you could follow. There's also paths that seem to go up and around if you would like to get up to the top. Other than that, you're not really seeing many creatures in here as you kind of ambiently did outside. So it's a little bit darker, but again, pretty bright, if that makes sense. Where the lava is, it's bright, and then it falls off pretty fast. So there's a lot of dark corners and crevices, but the general ambiance. Anyway, what do you guys do?
Randy said he was trying to help somebody who had lost their ears.
Yeah, he had said something vaguely about that, how he had been sent to this location to try and help someone regain their hearing. And he was very, very sparse on the details. I think he had very little other than exactly that.
Ah, yes, because it is a trap.
Because it's a trap.
Wow. I mean, we've got a cave. It's time to explore, right? Just start going down some paths and see if we can find some ears. I don't
Yeah.
really know what we're looking for. Maybe a guy who
Personal
doesn't know
ears?
how to hear. Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we should just start calling out for them so that they hear us. Probably the best way.
I'm sure they'll be very effective.
That's a great idea. Just make really loud sounds in a cave that we don't know.
I'm really glad that everyone has thought this through so well. That's really great.
If they can't hear, they can still see, smell, taste, and feel. So if we just bang the walls of the cave really hard, maybe they'll feel us.
What are you talking about? I just,
Supposing some
we're
sort
trapped
of-
in this cave.
Some sort of echolocation strategy.
Just like the vibrations, they'll feel the vibrations.
But we're not looking for the
Vibration.
person who
looking
doesn't
for the
have their ears.
ears,
We're
aren't
looking for
we?
the ears.
Or
Oh,
maybe it's
really?
like the essence of an ear or something.
Oh,
Think
The
we have to
essence
just
like
of an ear?
Oh, I thought
I
we were
don't know.
looking for the person that didn't have ears.
That's what
I
I thought too,
mean-
brother.
Oh, we're looking for the person missing their ears?
Yes, let's call out for them. Maybe they'll hear us.
I haven't been paying attention enough.
it wasn't
I
clear.
was confused too.
Or if he's, I think you've been paying plenty of attention. I think it's just very unclear.
We don't have a lot of information. Let's just start
Are we
exploring and see
looking
what we
for
find.
ears or an
Yeah.
earless man? That's the
I
really
believe we're
important
looking for the
question.
ears.
I thought
So
that was.
what-
I think we
case.
need to put them together. So it doesn't
Well,
really matter what order we find them in.
Well, I think it does because we don't have the ears. So we
Well, we
find the
don't-
person without any ears and they say, can you go find my ears? And we'll say, yeah, we'll go find you. And then we have to go look for the ears anyway. So we may as well get the ears first.
I don't know about you, brother.
We
but
won't
I have at
say
least
anything.
2 ears.
Sorry, I
Also,
didn't
we
quite
won't
catch that.
say anything.
Ears or no
Uh,
ears, doesn't matter.
My Hati, I know normally you pick the paths, but do you mind if I try something?
Fine.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Randy,
Yes.
which way do you think we should go? Under the lava waterfalls or to the top?
Oh, well, I appreciate a challenge. And climbing up to the top of those river falls looks like a good challenge.
Great. We'll definitely get to that eventually. I really, Randy, appreciate your input. Let's start off checking out underneath.
Okay.
Okay.
So you guys want to go under one of the falls?
Sure.
Is that
So you
implying
guys-
Tunnels.
through the falls or around behind?
Around behind. Good question. Everyone take fire damage.
Hey, you just have to take it once.
It's true. Yeah, then you can swim in the lava. No consequences.
What a
from the
loophole.
lava. So you guys go into one of these caves. So you walk up, you have to kind of hop over some of these tiny little rivers that are maybe just like 10 feet gaps or 15 feet gaps, but you guys are all able to jump that no problem because movement. And then you guys get over and see that there are 3 falls, and behind it looks like there are 3 passageways. They all are very dark, so you can see just your regular dark vision into them, and then it falls off after about 60 feet. And none of them really look more distinguished than any of the others.
It was so cute.
It's my time to shine.
Which way are we gonna go, Hati?
We are going right to the center.
Nice. Are we gonna have a 20-minute discussion on if this is ethical?
That was very
think
decisive,
we're-
Hattie.
Yeah.
You seem
No, I think
confident
we're
this
okay.
time.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
So you guys go through the center tunnel. And you walk down for a little bit.
If
Can
it
I get...
gets dark, Cyrus is just gonna start rubbing his hands together, remembering what he used to do in his past. And then his fingers start to light up and it sort of extends over his whole body and he just starts glowing this like pure white light.
Nice.
I effectively cast light on myself.
That is great. Yeah.
Well, you don't
Howdy.
see that every day.
I'll tease
I-
him.
The golden man glows gold.
I was just thinking it was a little dark in here. I'm feeling a little bit better
So-
now, getting some light in here. Yeah.
As
That's so
I'll put
cool.
my hand on Cyrus's shoulder and I go, once we're done with this whole getting our souls back business, we really have to get you to see a dermatologist, brother.
Well, I appreciate that, Samson. But I really don't mind it.
Can I touch
It's
your skin?
just Sorry, what's that, Hati?
Can I touch your skin?
Like, yeah, sure, if you want. It's completely safe.
That's cool.
Oh, thanks.
As an
I could do
aside
something cool as well.
to Orpheus, Yen says under his breath, "What a cheap trick."
He really does think he's better than us, doesn't he?
He really
He
does.
could
Or
have
he
cast
wants
that spell on anything. He cast it on himself.
just on himself. It's an easy spell.
Unbelievable.
Tons of people know it.
Samson and Jens, as this whole series of events is transpiring, and then Cyrus lighting himself up, you notice on the floor there are these odd, peculiar caterpillars you're seeing. They're probably about the size of a dinner sausage, and rather than being a regular caterpillar, they look to be skeletal. So they have what seems like a humanoid skeleton head, and then just these like cartoon bulbs of a caterpillar, except it's a skeleton.
What the fuck?
I know, right?
Why does it have bones?
Everything has bones.
Samson looks at it and just goes, and just keeps walking. He just kind of
Yeah,
shakes his head. He's like, no.
There's dozens of these just kind of on the floor, scattered about. You're probably stepping on the odd one at this point if you're not actively avoiding.
They're the size of a dinner sausage?
Yeah, you know, like a good, like, not big. Pick one up, it would probably like stretch across the decent length of your hand there.
Dang.
God damn.
Yeah.
What did the caterpillars do to get to the abyss?
You don't want to know.
Some messed up bugs.
Oh, I know.
Now,
Or with what's with
Hati,
the humanoid skulls? Maybe these are people cursed to live an even worse existence than other people here.
Surely nothing is worse than being Cyrus.
What?
I mean, look at his skin. He clearly he's got some kind of condition.
Guys, it's not like I'm radioactive or anything like that. It's fine.
Not like you're what?
It's like it's not hot or anything. Like it's just for seeing. And for it's so like I can see it so everyone can see me. It's just
So
Because
you want to be
seeing
the
is
center
believing.
of
Orpheus gets it.
I put my hand on Cyrus's face and just go, shh. We're gonna get you out. You're gonna be all right.
So you
Well-
guys are talking and walking down this cave, and as you continue, you eventually get to an end. And because of your light, you see this sort of creature who looks like their eyes have whited over. They're wearing nothing except very thin shawls of clothing, and they seem to be crawling on all fours with their arms in weird contorted spots. So, and they're wandering around trapping and eating these skeletons. And
Does the creature have ears?
it does appear to have ears, and it looks at you with its whited over eyes, and then screams and shrieks at you guys and starts charging towards the nearest party member. Can I please have you all roll initiative?
so
This
so
might be our
scary.
guy.
I told you these caterpillars are cursed people. We're looking at an intermediate form.
I may have
They're
chosen poorly.
cannibals?
Why not?
And as per usual, just throw them in the chat. And as per usual, Riley, you've designated yourself initiative organizer, so I'll let you take care of that. Thank you, sir.
Hey.
And he got a 10, Riley, so you can go and put the creepy enemy guy as a 10.
Creepy enemy guy.
Yeah.
You know, my success rate in terms of choosing paths is 2 out of 3, so it's not bad. 66%.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
I mean, we don't really know if this is a success or a fail yet.
Yeah, maybe
This
this is
could
what you guys
be
wanted.
a normal human person
This could be a
that
normal
we've
human
just
person.
encountered.
Yeah, that's true.
We came into their house.
It's
And
true.
we're gonna do what we do best.
Yeah, you
Talk
guys
with
are
them
just
reasonably.
breaking.
Orpheus is gonna insult the person to death before we get a chance to talk to them. Your arms are disgusting, and then they just fall over. Oh.
Buttress, they don't have bones. They have
They
like,
Uh,
definitely appear to have bones.
aw.
do they have the normal amount of bones, though, is the real question.
Um,
Like plus or minus how much?
Varro thinks they probably have the proportionate amount of bones. It's really hard to tell with the skin on, but
And it's a humanoid thing doing this?
humanoid thing, yeah. It
Yeah,
looks
okay.
like something from The Exorcist. Like, when the girl gets possessed.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But I mean, there's a difference if, like, I don't know, a gnome is doing that versus like an Aarakocra.
Oh, it looks probably like it's a human half elf somewhere in that
Yeah, very
sort of
close
aspect.
to, yeah.
Yeah, very close to human, you'd say. If you weren't
Halfling.
giving it a second thought, you'd be like human. All right, giving this guy the two things he needs to be an improvised enemy, which is HP and AC, and everything else I can make up on the fly.
Nice.
Human caterpillar thing.
No. You planned this 3 weeks ago, Joe.
Exactly.
It just takes you a little bit to jog your memory. That's why you might be slow occasionally.
Yeah, that's right. I'm combing through hundreds of pages of notes trying to find the prep. That's it. That's
Exactly.
right.
Exactly. That's why it's good that it's your fifth in line for the turn order.
What do you get? He got a 10. Okay, cool. So that tells me what his AC is. Okay. Perfect. So you guys are just in this narrow cave entrance, and then it kind of goes into this bulbous-esque kind of ending. So the cave itself was about 10 feet wide, and then this little bulb part is about maybe like a 15-foot-ish square circle kind of thing. I'm going to kind of just do the theater of the mind thing that we've been doing before, and hopefully that's going to work with you guys. So I think, Cyrus, you were probably leading since you were the light. Does that seem
Sure.
fair? Like in the front is, because two of you guys have to be in the front. So I'm gonna say you and probably one of the other fighters were up there.
I
but
think it
the
was
thing,
probably me just being very obsessed with him.
yeah, that makes sense.
Skin.
Okay. Well, I rolled. It charges after. Oh wait, no, it's not its turn. Sorry, it doesn't get a surprise round. You guys saw it. My bad. What am I even doing? Orpheus, you're in the mid lines, let's say, and you see this thing charging at your pal Cyrus. It hasn't gotten there yet. What would you like to do?
I will yell something to the effect of, oh, there's an extra large bony caterpillar eating all of these things. Don't you know that cannibalism is bad? And then it has to make a
Nice.
wisdom save.
All right. And your save DC is
10.
11? 10? It
10.
fails.
Yay!
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. You ready for the super high amount of damage? That's 1 damage.
Oh
Nice.
But it gets disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Nice. Okay, disadvantage on next attack. That's gonna be good.
And then I'm gonna run as far away as I can.
Okay, yeah, you book it 30 feet down the cave behind all the big fucks.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm gonna yell, this isn't a retreat. I saw something over there.
Nice.
Totally.
It sounds somewhat believable.
Yes.
Thanks for watching our back.
Quite literally. Would you like to try and recall a spell?
Sure.
Okay. Give me a roll.
5.
Okay, so that means none of that. Ooh, you recall sleep.
Ooh.
That could be handy.
It never works.
I said could. All right. Speaking of could be handy, Cyrus, it is your turn.
Nice. So we're at the end of the hallway, right? Like this is like a bulbous end unit, and like
Yeah,
there's
you're
no pathway moving on.
No, it's a dead end. You're 10 feet
Okay.
away from this guy. He is currently on all fours, running towards you.
Does it look like he doesn't like the light.
Ooh, insight check, please.
Okay.
The thing screaming towards the light.
Insight is wisdom, so that's gonna be
You can use intelligence for the mod on this one, and if you have
Nice.
proficiency in perception, add or insight, add the proficiency.
Okay, so then that's only going to be an 8.
It's too hard to say. The simplest solution might be that he doesn't like that you have entered his cave.
Hmm.
Or like 3 things popped to your mind. Maybe it's the light, maybe it's your trespassing on this person's domain, or 3, this might be a low-level creature that just acts on instinct. It's hard to say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I am going to I want to grab the nearest caterpillar and throw it at him and see
Okay.
what he does.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll let you pick up the caterpillar as your use an object action. Let's say
Sure.
the caterpillar doesn't fight back.
Cool, nice.
Yeah.
It bites you, suffer poison damage.
I was gonna say maybe he gets an attack of opportunity and bites you.
I mean, it's like a shove, essentially. Like the fact that I pick him up and throw him. It's
Yeah. No, anyway, yeah, I'll let you
okay.
pick him up for free. I'm not
Cool.
gonna be a dick about it.
All right, yeah, and I'm just gonna like throw it like the 10 feet sort of at him. Like I'm not necessarily trying to hurt him with it, but like just sort of distract him with food, essentially.
Like throwing a hot
fetch with
dog. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, it's like throwing a hot dog or like just like I don't know, like throwing a piece of bread at a bird or at a seagull. I
Like
don't know.
a bear is charging at you and you're just like, hot dog.
Well, like for a bear, you'd throw a steak, but come on.
roll a dex attack for me. No proficiency.
Okay. That's a nat 20.
Hey!
It wasn't going to do any damage, but with a nat
That's
20, I think you smack this thing clear across his face, and the caterpillar shatters, and his head is just like, it smacks me. He's just like, so like the slow motion of it is just like he's
Nice.
running all angry, and then he just gets hit in the face with this caterpillar. It's just like he takes 1 damage from that.
Nice.
I've taken a
Um,
total of 2 damage. This is great.
Is he distracted like Yogi with a steak?
No, this seems to just made him more angry, and he does not stop his charge.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Cyrus is then just going to use his bonus action to take the parry. So he's less hittable.
Nice. All right. That sounds good. So we'll remember that when this thing eventually gets to you on its turn. But for now, Samson, would you like to throw a caterpillar?
Did Randy not roll? Is Randy not participating in the combat or?
Just the way I normally do it is the NPCs won't typically fight in combat just because it's going to add another person and slow the whole thing down for you guys. So RP wise, he's just kind of like cheering you on and just like waiting to act. And every time after combat, he'll say something about why he didn't.
Nice, cool. Okay, so I look around at my friends and I say, my new friends have taught me that sometimes you should approach conflict with words instead of violence. And then I pull out my big club and I go, this is not one of those times.
Nice.
Samson, I was almost proud of you.
All right, Samson. Yeah, you can go up and bonk this guy with your big club.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, you push past Hati and Cyrus and you go right up to this guy.
I rolled a 4.
Maybe words might have been better.
Words might have been better. You walk up and unfortunately this guy is just running too fast and your timing is off.
Just
So
like
you go
run
for the
right
bonk
past
where
him.
he is, not where he's going to be. Yeah. So by the time you land, it's just, he's gone. And yeah, exactly. Anyway, would you like to do anything else on your turn? Like a bonus action or anything? I don't know if you could probably parry, I think is the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I suppose I parry then.
Nice. That takes us to Hati. This thing is getting dangerously close to you and Cyrus.
Yeah, and I'm again gonna just look over to Cyrus. It's like just like with my steel cast iron skillet that I'm gonna be. It's like hit, just like kind of ask like a little question.
Okay. Go for it.
Cyrus is just gonna like shrug and be like, self-defense?
Okay, that's good enough for me. And then I kind of go towards it and start try to hit it with my skillet.
All right. Yeah, you run on towards it, just a little bit behind where Samson is, and yeah, roll to hit with the frying pan.
All right, it's the first attack of the round, so I get the bonus D4. And that is a total of 10.
Nice. That does it.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
He's not wearing anything, guys. He has only unarmored AC.
Wait, he's naked?
He's wearing like very, very tattered clothing is how I describe,
Okay.
but that's not armor.
Nice. Okay,
Yeah, so
sweet.
roll the damage.
It is gonna be bludgeoning damage. 1d6. And that's gonna be 5 damage.
With the
Hey.
strength and the extra D4? Or do you not add the
Oh,
D4 to the damage?
I don't
It's
believe you
not
do.
extra damage. It's
Oh,
only
it's
for
not.
the attack.
Right, it's not that good. You think if I created it, I'd remember what it does.
Oh,
So you
sorry,
said
it's 4
5
damage. 4 damage.
4 damage. Okay. But you do get to make your second attack.
I do. So it's
Yes,
like
yes.
I was like, yeah, I finally hit it. And I go again. And that's gonna be a 5 to hit.
That is not going to cut it. You do your second attack, but again, like Samson, by the time you get to your second attack, he's moved on and he is right in front of Cyrus now. And seeing it's his turn, this is quite fitting. Now he will so this guy, what he does is he stops right before he gets to Cyrus's legs and just kind of looks up at you and then looks back down and tries to clamp his jaw onto your ankle.
Okay. That's horrifying.
Tiptoes.
He is going to miss though. He tries to get it, but you just kind of like scoot your foot back a little bit, and his jaw does escape your yeah. You do just escape his jaw.
His jaw escapes my foot.
Yeah, that's
A
yeah,
lucky
exactly.
jaw.
And then he slithers out his tongue to try and lick your ankle. But he unsuccessfully does so.
What a
You guys
creep.
all just hear the
does he
sound of
like?
It's a sound we're getting to know all too well in the underworld.
yeah.
I'm sensing a theme.
Of things wanting to eat you. Yeah. Yeah, there's a little theme there. And that takes us to Varro.
All right, so I want to start with foggy memory,
Okay. So go ahead and give me the roll.
and that will be an 8.
Okay. So with an 8, it's gonna be the whole table.
Mhm.
Ooh. I don't think that's actually useful, but color spray. It's kind of
Color
useful.
spray. Sorry,
I
I'm
don't
not
think-
familiar with that at all.
It's okay. It does like
I think that's
it's
blinding.
yeah.
Oh, ugh.
Remember this guy
Uh,
was described as having his eyes whited over.
Yes, I don't think it's going to be very useful, but what Vero is going to do is like kind of like look away in disgust and extend his hands out. And that is from his hands will come a ray of frost.
Nice.
Naturally.
Yes. Roll
And
me
that
an attack.
will be an 11.
That hits. You send out a blast of cold energy this guy's way, and he shivers up, and his lips get chapped.
And he will take 4 damage.
Nice.
What a
This
hit.
guy's looking really weak. You guys have hurt him quite a bit so far. And I think oh yeah, you use your action, bonus action, so I think that takes us on to Jens.
Jens has been very slow to do anything because forgot the last word of the cantrips. I've been frantically flipping through the spell book. I have it, and snap out a quick little firebolt.
Nice.
And that's going to be a 6 to try to hit.
That is going to miss, unfortunately. Your firebolt goes a little bit wide. Actually, no.
Orpheus, what did?
Sorry, I was gonna say it hits him, but he's too cold from Clay's Ray of Frost that it just doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Sorry, you
Gotta
were gonna
pick that
say.
one up. Orpheus, what did you see back there? And I run to join Orpheus.
Oh
no. And that's going to take us to the top of the initiative, which is Orpheus.
Before I do anything, can I like try to assess this guy a little bit more?
Yes, you can. Would you like to do an insight check?
Yes.
Then you may roll an insight.
Insight check. Is this gonna be wisdom?
No, it's going to be intelligence.
Hey. Oh, I got an 18. Hey.
So you're trying to get a sense of this guy's intentions in what he's wanting, I'm guessing, with your insight, or are you just trying to look into his deal? What was
kind of his intentions, but mostly just like I want to get a vibe if this is an evil thing or if it's just like some sort of creature that's in here.
You're wondering if it's probably not evil. If you take a step back and just assess the situation, you guys are exploring a cave looking for something and you stumbled upon him. With the eyes whited over, you're thinking that probably the light sensitivity might have spooked the guy and he's just attacking based on instinct. But based off of the reaction you got from him, you're wondering if the humanity in this humanoid is now gone and what's left is just some primal being. That's kind of the instinct you're getting. And maybe there is a way to subdue this creature without killing it. It seemed to like the caterpillars.
Okay. Can I pick up a whole bunch of the caterpillars?
Yeah.
And like sort of run to where
Indiscriminately?
he is. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You
Oh no.
Are there different
You
types of caterpillars?
you try to pick up as many as you can really quick without taking like an action to do so, or do you want to take a full action to do it?
I just want to grab some.
Okay, yeah, you pick up 4 caterpillars and they're squirming around in your hands. It feels really weird. And you run up your full movement, which just gets you to right behind Cyrus because you moved your whole movement back on the last turn.
Okay.
You could toss them at him from where you are.
I'm gonna like very gently toss them and be like, look, I've brought you some food, and try to not sound like what I sounded like before, like try to sound like a different person.
Ooh, okay. Roll me a persuasion, please.
14?
Ooh. Yeah, you throw the caterpillars at this guy and instead of trying to continually lick Cyrus's ankle, he kind of like starts looking very, very meticulously with his fingers at the caterpillars. And you can see him like touching them a lot, not kind of looking at them, but touching them and then also licking them with his long, slithery tongue. I'll let you roll over the same insight check. It almost looks like he's trying to identify them rather than just indiscriminately eat them.
Okay, his preferences. Okay.
Yes.
I'll be like,
Caterpillar
can I very
connoisseur.
gently say like, I didn't know which ones were your favorite, so I brought you a bunch.
Yeah, you can say that. Yeah.
Okay.
And with that, we'll take it to Cyrus.
Okay. Cyrus, seeing that he's a little bit more passive now, not as aggressive, he's gonna go around and try and like get some caterpillars for this guy too.
Yeah, do you want to just indiscriminately pick up some ones around your feet that aren't the ones he's sussing out?
I'm gonna try and get some different kinds of caterpillars. I'm gonna see if there are different kinds of caterpillars, and like which ones does he not have in front of him right now?
Active perception check. Intelligence base.
Okay.
Would you say they have different bony traits?
I would say they have different bony traits.
Good to know.
That's gonna be an 11.
You're not seeing too much of a difference in the caterpillars. To you, they all kind of just look like these weird bony bugs. Maybe there's a size difference. Some of them have different shaped skulls. The coloring might be a little bit off, but more or less they kind of seem like off-white skeletons in the shape of caterpillars, and you can't see too much of distinction between them.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna use my action to like grab as many different kinds as I might be able to perceive. And
Yeah.
deliver them.
So you get 7 that you think are decently different enough. It's hard for you to tell. And yeah, you kind of like plop them down in the pile, I guess, in a friendly manner. And he starts kind of inspecting all of them in the same manner as I described to Daphne. Or
I'm
not
even
Daphne.
going to
Obvious.
I'm to even like seem even less threatening. Cyrus is going to like take a step away from him and just sit down cross-legged and just like sort of like try and look at this guy eye level, because I assume like he's like down on all fours or whatever, so
Yeah,
like drop down to his level.
Doesn't even take an attack of opportunity. This person seems to be way too engaged with the caterpillar inspection.
Okay.
He's making me sad now.
The emotional roller coaster of combat.
Of this creepy caterpillar person.
Yeah.
I'll
okay.
also take my bonus action again for the parry, just because I'm not totally sure if this guy's gonna enjoy the
I think you
caterpillars that I
can
gave him.
you can only do it once per combat.
Oh.
Yeah,
No,
it's
you
not
say
that good.
I can continue to use the bonus action until I'm successfully hit.
Oh, yes, I
in the
do say that. Jesus
description.
Christ. You think I would know the things I wrote down and made up myself?
You know, maybe.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah.
I'm gonna just start taking your guys' word on that then. Rather than going and be like, I don't think you're right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Little did he know that would be abused immediately. Okay, so that's Cyrus's turn. That takes us to Samson. Samson, you've now seen 2 of your party members turn a new leaf on this guy and start just trying to bring him caterpillars. What would you like to do?
So after having run past him and like just totally miss him, I kind of look around and I turn back to him and I go, so you think you can slip through my fingers? You think you can deceive me? Your tricks won't work. And then I run to try to hit him with my club again.
Nice.
I'm committed to bonking this guy.
Effectively, he's basically distracted, so you get advantage on this. Like he's not paying attention to combat, so roll 2 and take the better.
Sweet.
And he's almost dead.
He's just
Okay.
oh, friends?
19.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, yeah. So you land a big hit on this guy, and go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh, what is my damage again?
Kill him. Kill him.
But he's just a little guy.
He is a little
I'll
guy,
be a
that's
little
right.
dead guy soon.
Oh my god. Well,
The
I
real
assume
enemies are
from-
the caterpillars.
1 damage.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so
One of
you
a potential 8.
you do this big wind up with your club and bonk him right in the square of the back, and it seems to do a little bit of damage. It's gonna make his sleep pretty poor tonight if he gets one after all this, and yeah.
Haha, now you will experience discomfort.
Nice. And you can take the parry action again too, as we discovered collectively by reading the things I wrote. Okay, so that takes us to Hati. And Hati, you notice something very interesting on your turn. You're seeing everyone bring this guy caterpillars, of course, and you're thinking, okay. And you're looking around the room, and you notice that near the top of the ceiling, like this place is covered in caterpillars. For some reason, they can just walk all around the walls. But on the top, there's one that has a ruby butt. So they kind of all have those like bulbous skull things, but this one, its butt is like a ruby in that same bulbous shape.
Oh,
And
that's
obviously you think it's magical.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
Yeah.
I am definitely gonna try and hit that one, or at least try because like it's too. It's like it's up in the ceiling, so I can't actually get to it. Can I?
No, the ceilings are too high for you to reach.
Thanks, thanks for this.
Well, Vero could probably reach them because he's pretty tall, and Cyrus might be able to reach it by jumping. Actually, you could definitely reach it by jumping, but yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna throw one of my hand axes at it.
Nice. Yeah. Do you want to try and hit it down, or do you want to try and kill it?
I want to try and hit it down.
Okay. So roll an attack, and we'll just assume this is like a non-lethal. You're trying to just hit it down, so you won't deal any damage with it.
Oh, that's gonna be a 10.
Yeah. 10 will hit it.
Nice.
It's
Ooh,
a
actually,
bug.
wait,
It doesn't
no.
have high AC.
Yeah, it's gonna be a 9 because I guess it's a dex
That's
technically.
That's
Yeah.
okay. It still hits. Wait, no, a hand axe has the thrown property, so you can use your strength.
Okay, then it's 10.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Nice.
It hits. So I don't do damage. I just want to bring it down, and then I'm gonna try and inspect it. If
Okay,
I
cool.
Still...
To like fully investigate it, that would take your whole action. So you can just kind of like do like a perception check on it to notice anything really about it, and just rolling for you here. Other than what I described, you don't notice anything new. The butt of it definitely is a gem and not bone that just looks like a gem, though. That you get for free just by touching it.
Nice.
All right. Speaking of touching it, it is
Wait,
the
Hati
guy's
touched
turn.
the butt?
Yeah, Hati touched the butt.
You
Nice.
heard here first.
Okay, so like I said, speaking of touching things, it is the creepy old man's turn. And he is going to continue to inspect caterpillars. And yeah, doesn't do anything. So this guy has stopped acting aggressively towards you guys. I will finish out this round of combat and then ask you guys if you want to continue. But Vero, you've not seen this guy attack anyone just now. Would you like to still attack him?
Absolutely not.
Nice.
Vero's gonna just scoop a bunch of caterpillars off the roof and let them fall down in front of this guy. Just like
It's raining caterpillars. Hallelujah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so
and say something like, "Well, now there, friend, ain't you being all nice and all?"
Nice.
All right. So that's Vero. Jens, would you like to do anything to this person, humanoid?
Oh, what do we want to do? I think I might just do a thorough investigation of this end of the tunnel because Orpheus really sounded like he saw something important back here.
Sure. Yeah. Give me take your action to do a search and give me an investigation.
Excellent. Not rolling hot tonight. That is an 11. Wait, it is a 10 or an 11. Just 10.
Okay. Inspecting around, you don't really see anything new that I haven't already described. Nothing like a secret door or trap that has not been triggered has popped out, so you're not really finding anything new. No markings of anything runic on the cave, so yeah, not finding anything cool.
Weird. Nothing dangerous?
Nothing dangerous. Well, potentially these caterpillars, but you're not sure how dangerous they are yet.
Yes, this is true.
Yeah.
If I can kind of take my bonus action for this one, call to the creepy caterpillar dude. Do you speak common?
The caterpillar dude does not seem to respond. He looks up at you, does not hiss, and has a neutral expression, then goes back to the caterpillars. But it's a little frantic, so it's kind of like a fiddling around. Up at you, neutral expression, then back to fiddling around.
Okay. I'll start Flipping through my book, looking for the page to ritually cast comprehend languages.
Awesome. So while you're doing that, it is now the top of the round. This is where I'll ask everyone, just so I'm not cheating anyone here. Are you guys all cool with acting in a non-hostile manner towards this creature that's no longer hostile towards you?
Yes.
I look
Okay.
around to my friends and kind of look to see if I can get any approval to continue whacking things with my stick, and I disappointedly, you know, disengage.
I'll like go over to Samson and be like, I think bonking him pacified him. That was amazing, Samson. Once again, you continue to be an amazing warrior.
Well, it was really nothing. I mean, it was a bonk.
No, it was everything. It was everything. Well
Thank
done.
you. Thank you. Thank you.
Hati, you have this
Yes.
interesting caterpillar. What would you like to do with it?
So is it in my hand right now?
Yeah, you're holding it.
Okay. I will go over to the wizard and say, is this magical? What do you think?
Riley, you're presented with this caterpillar in Hati's hand, and what you notice is this caterpillar, unlike the rest, has now curled up into almost a little ball, and it seems like the skeleton is trying to eat its ruby butt right now. It's kind of like chomped onto it a little bit.
Oh, that is very strange. I'll
And Hati, you notice that too, of course.
I'll leave a bookmark in comprehend languages and see if I can work anything out arcana wise with this thing.
Yeah, roll an arcana check.
I don't even know what I would be racking my brains to remember. Just magical gems and bugs. Anything connections there?
Yeah, see if it's
Oh
magical
my
or not, basically.
God,
Actually, I can
cannot
also
roll
do
above
it.
a 5 tonight. That was a 3.
You can
Or
do
that was
your
a 4.
own.
That was a 4.
You can do your own check too, Hati. Or
Yeah,
actually, do you want to just give the help action and then Riley
Yeah,
roll
yeah,
a
yeah.
second time? Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll do
yeah,
that.
yeah. Let's do that.
Okay, come on.
Bouncing
Yeah.
ideas off the wizard.
Exactly.
21.
Nice. Okay, yeah.
Hey!
This is definitely a magical item, and just you're not entirely sure what it does, but it might be a magical seal of some kind. So like there might be some sort of curse on someone, and this is the seal keeping that curse on the person.
Oh.
Huh.
I share that with the party immediately. I think this is
So
a
this
spell component keeping someone in a wretched state. Why it's on the bug, I don't know if it's the bug itself that is cursed, or maybe all of these things.
I thought our new friend here was the one who was cursed, maybe.
That's why
Possibly.
he's
Just
looking through the
eating.
caterpillars?
Possibly.
It seems like some kind of poetic irony. Turn a feller into some bug-eating creature and put the only way to break the spell on the butt of a bug that is just out of reach. And make him sit in a dark cave, consuming bugs for the rest of eternity without the hope of consuming the butt of the one bug that will lead to his salvation.
That is very cruel. Who
That
would
is
do
well
such a
put,
thing?
Pharaoh.
That is very
Who
well
would
put.
think of something like that?
Amazing.
I'm
Cyrus
slightly
is-
disturbed that you thought of it.
I say we feed the bug to the feller, see what happens.
Yeah?
Cyrus is gonna try and like mime out, like asking like, have you been cursed? Do you need this bug with the gem butt? Like I'm assuming like he doesn't really speak common, but hopefully
Are
my actions can convey.
are you just trying to convey like that there is a gem bug, or are you showing him? Are you bringing it to him?
Well, I'm not gonna bring it to him. Like I'll like gesture to Hati and Jens who have the gem bug, and sort of like try and like mime it out, being like, look, there's a like gesturing to the caterpillars, like we've got a caterpillar that has a like something in its butt, as like our friends over there have it. Have you been cursed? I don't know how I would mime out cursing, but like I'd be saying this in common as I'm like miming this out to him.
So you're trying to get his attention, and you're doing all this miming stuff, and he does look up at you, and he gives you that same frantic blank stare that he gave Jens. And once you've stopped making sounds, he goes back down, and you reflect on how this interaction went. You think maybe he's blind.
This makes a lot more sense.
As he didn't seem to respond to any of the visuals you were adding to your speech. He just seemed to respond to the speech itself. But not in a way that he could comprehend it. Just yeah.
Right.
I
Well,
think we should just go and give this to the little guy and see what happens.
yeah, he seems a little distressed right now. I think that'd be good for him.
Okay.
So
So,
I have it. I'm just like place it right next to him.
Nice. You place it into his search radius, and you guys see him fiddle around until he touches it. And as soon as his fingers lay hands on the gem, you see him freeze immediately. And he was moving his fingers around like this, just really trying to feel everything, like slithering his tongue around, which I can't mimic because I don't have a serpent tongue, sadly. So he does this, and he stops fiddling as soon as he touches it, and he just very carefully picks up this caterpillar and then slides it gem first into his mouth and sucks it like it's a spaghetti noodle down his throat. You guys notice nothing initially, and then all of a sudden this man is kind of consumed in this red light, and then standing before you is a much more well-dressed and regular looking human person. And he kind of steps back with like his breath has been taken away. He says, "Oh," and looks at you all with sincere gratitude and just says, "Thank you so much. Oh, thank you. My name is." He takes a moment to catch his breath and he says, "My name is Ryan. I've been trapped as I don't know what that was, but I couldn't think. All I knew is I needed to find this bug that the wizard cursed me with. He said, you'll be here until the day you die, searching like the bug you are. I must have gotten lucky. Thank you. Thank you so much."
What were you searching for in this first place?
The bug.
The bug?
I was cursed by an evil wizard. It seems like it was moments ago, but and he looks at his hands and just kind of says, "I think it's been many more moments than I remember."
What
Time is weird here.
did you do to the wizard?
I couldn't tell you. I was walking around trying to navigate this strange world I found myself in, and I stumbled into a series of caves here, and this wizard just approached me with a maniacal laughter and started insulting me. I honestly don't think I did anything. I was wandering around trying to gather my thoughts, and next thing I know it, I'm being attacked by this evil wizard, and next thing I know it, I can't see a thing. And
Insight check.
it's hard to get heads or tails of this guy. He seems like he doesn't really quite know his story, but maybe he's just confused going through that whole transmutation right there.
Also insights?
Yeah. Same thing. Seems a little shifty, but maybe it's the transmutation that just occurred.
Does Ryan have ears?
Ryan does have ears. He looks like a normal human person.
Well, we got that one all wrapped up, friends. We best be turning around and heading the other way.
Yeah, Ryan, were you aware that we're actually like trapped in here right now? There was like a magical door that closed behind us as we entered this cave.
He pauses on magical door and says, well, maybe there's a different way you came in, but the way I came in, it just kind of was a hole in the ground. I was up on the side of a mountain ridge, and I stumbled upon this hole, and I thought, well, holes are holes, and I went in the hole, and That was the first mistake I made in the abyss.
Hmm.
You make a
If-
habit of jumping into holes?
Well, in my adventuring days, if there was a hole, there was a dungeon. If there was a dungeon, there was treasure.
I see. So you were
Sadly,
looking for treasure.
yeah, didn't find treasure. Just disgusting caterpillars.
Interesting. So a life lived only in the pursuit of treasure landed you in hell. I would say that's one of the most cogent, sort of consistent with mythology reasons for someone ending up in hell that we found. Sorry, I don't mean to speak for you. Unless there's anything else that you can think of.
He gets defensive and like puffs his chest up at the accusation that he was only in it for the treasure. He says, "I helped save many a people, and they paid me handsomely for doing so. I was never in it for the money. That is not what I'm all about." Say like you don't need to do an insight on this guy. Just looking at the way he's dressed, like you guys know how you were transported to the abyss. You were wearing like peasant traveler clothes. It's clear this guy went through effort to make sure he looked very good. Like looked very nice, very much caring about his image, kind of a vain person you're getting just on the way he's carrying himself and the way he reacted to the accusation that he was just in it for the money.
Mm-hmm. Ryan, few quick questions, if you wouldn't mind. First of all, in your time of being alive, which god or gods did you tend to follow?
Oh, I was never much of a religious person. I just fought to protect my city from cultists. That's all I really remember.
So you don't remember
What city?
hearing about some great religious organization called the House of Zoral?
He hears your question, Jens, and he hears Cyrus's questions asked virtually the same time and just responds, Craigshaft, and then looks over at Cyrus, and you guys both have this moment where you both realize you know each other. And Cyrus, this is a ranger you once fought side by side with, who died in glorious battle.
Ranger number 2, is that you?
He looks at you like he's really excited. He says, Cyrus, he like just frowns and says, "My name's Ryan. Did you call me Ranger number 2 behind my back?"
Well, you remember the training camp? There was like 12 of you. I needed to like number you guys.
You can't remember 12 names?
I was meeting a lot
Aren't
of
you
people
supposed to
at
be
the
a
time.
god? Aren't
It's-
gods omniscient?
That
Ryan,
you
Ryan,
see,
calm down.
Wow.
that
Well,
is
yeah,
that's
you're
a
right,
very
you're right.
widespread misconception. Gods are not omniscient.
I'm going to get up in Ryan's face because he's getting really aggressive and puffing his chest and screaming. I'm gonna get up really close to him and I'm gonna be like, just going forward, you should be careful the caves that you fall into and get turned into some weird monster thing that just wants to consume worms, because guy could end up getting bonked real bad in that situation. Lucky.
Do you want to use your intimidating presence to make you seem more intimidating by lowering your voice or something?
No, I'm just saying it to him.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I will roll for intimidation if you want me to.
Yes, I do want you to. So please do that.
8.
You try and talk down to him, but this guy's pretty big. He's about the same, not like size as like muscle mass, but he's about the same height as you, so you can't like intimidate him by like doing the standover sort of thing. So he doesn't really get too intimidated, but he does back off just a little bit.
Sure.
He starts to like get less aggressive and just says, "Well, thank you for the training. It did help me a lot. You know, I did die, but that's fine, I guess.
You know,
And thank you for
sorry
uncursing me."
I'm sorry that things didn't work out the way that we had planned back in Craigshaft. Obviously I'm here too. Things definitely didn't go as planned, but it's okay. Not all hope is lost.
That's true. I mean, we can always rely on Solomon Goodman to carry out the rest of our mission for us. He always had things wrapped together.
Yeah. I think we can definitely maybe there will be help. We will have help in that battle, and hopefully I'll be able to ascend and join them.
Well, you sound confident you're going to get your way out of death, but I guess you are a god, so maybe they're immune to death. I don't know how anything works here. I'm not
Just a
gonna
stepping stone.
overburden you guys and ask to hang out. I'm not gonna be that kind of person. I'm just gonna go on my way. If you ever need to contact me, use this thing. A nicer wizard gave it to me once, and it's like it looks like a train whistle. He shows you that he has one. He's like, yeah, whistle, and I'll show up maybe. And then he ventures on down the cave and fades out.
Okay, he's gone, so I'll ask Cyrus. Hey, how did he die?
It was a really unfortunate series of events. We were fighting some cultists. We all ventured into the cultist lair together, and big battles, stuff like that. Not everyone makes it out alive, unfortunately.
Did he die bravely or cowardly?
He fought for what was right. I think that he took a stance. He fought hard. He was a brave man in my books.
Interesting. So brave, fought for something he believed in, still in hell.
To be fair, I only knew the guy about 3 days, if that. But so I can't say everything that he's done in his life has always been good, but he was a good man when I knew him.
Hey, we're both all here. We're all of us here in the same place. I'm not being critical of him, shall we say.
Yeah, I like to think that I lived a good life too, but here I am.
Here I
Or
am.
maybe there's a purpose why we're all here, and we just have to find it.
Are you guys forgetting about our purpose? We have to find
No.
things.
I know like our purpose. I don't know about Ryan's purpose though. I'm sure Ryan will find his purpose.
He's alive.
Well, he's not. But it's
Sort of
okay.
alive without a soul. It's the same thing.
Yeah. He still has autonomy, which is nice.
Exactly.
Do you guys
But,
venture back out the cave, or?
Yeah, I guess we should. Ryan didn't really tell us how to get out of here. He said there was another exit. Apparently, I guess it's up because he went down a hole. But we still
Yeah, I
gotta
mean,
find a
presumably
guy
if we
who-
trend upwards for long enough, we'll pop out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I guess we still need to find ears or a guy who doesn't have ears.
Mm.
There's still 2 other caves to explore.
There
are
are.
many other
Which
paths
one
we
next,
can check
Tati?
out.
Let's go right.
Just
Alright.
before we go, can I have a closer look at the caterpillars real quick?
Yes. You have a close look at the caterpillars, like fully inspecting them. They have these little itty bitty legs that are just kind of single bones that seem to move back and forth. They got maybe somewhere between 50 to 500 of them. They got these like bulbous exoskeleton torsos that kind of just stitch together to make the cartoon caterpillar, and then the head is a miniature skull.
Do I get the vibe that these are, like, I guess, indigenous creatures of the abyss, or are they like?
Are
I
they an
think that
invasive
they
species?
were they created by the wizard who cursed this guy specifically to hide the gem bug within them?
I'm gonna say this is a religion check.
Cool. One constructed one, not a natural one.
Nice.
You have no idea. Both seem equally plausible. You've never seen anything like this before. In any plane you have visited. So this is probably either a wizard's creation to curse this man, or it's a native species to the land and they were just used to do this cursed thing.
Okay. Can I take one of the caterpillars with me?
Yes, yes, you can.
Cool. I will do that.
How would you like to be transporting it?
I have like the extra shirts that I found a few sessions ago. Can I
Yeah.
make like another little pouch to tie around, like if I have a belt or something like that, can I like tie it around there?
Yeah, you can tuck it into like a string belt that you have on your pants or something. You do need to have it enclosed because you do notice this thing will squirm just to get out.
Yeah, I'll like tie up the top a little bit.
Imprison one of these little skeletal caterpillars.
Yep.
Nice. Add a skeleton caterpillar to your inventory.
What a
Alright.
weird thing to grab.
Yeah,
That's
there's
okay.
weirder things. It's a souvenir, right? Like, when are you ever going to come to this
Yeah.
cave again?
Hopefully never, but
Yeah.
I mean, you never know.
So you guys are going to exit the cave, and then Hati is going to make a decision on which one to go down next. Hati, which cave?
Yes. We're going right.
Looking at the caves, you guys go right. And wandering down this cave, you notice one thing immediately. It is void of caterpillars. Those seem to be only in the center cave.
Strange.
Interesting, right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
What's so special about that cave? Who could say?
Hmm.
Wandering down
Hmm.
this cave, you guys see a greenish, purplish sort of mushroom that grows along the corner of the cave. So kind of like where the side wall meets the floor, there's like a little bit of a crevice there, and it's just like growing a little population around there. It is fluorescent a little bit and gives a little bit of a glow. But obviously it is outshined by Mr. Zoral here.
Of course.
Outshone.
I will turn off my shine so that I can better see the shine of the mushroom as I
Nice.
inspect it.
It is low light, so it doesn't add anything to the cave, so you guys are just using your dark vision. And you pick one?
No, I'm just gonna look at it. I'm not even gonna touch it. Like I'll get close to it, but I'm not gonna touch it. Sounds unsafe.
And in real life, I would touch it immediately.
You're not sure how safe these things are to touch or eat, but they are nice to look at.
Okay. Maybe we'll run into a mushroom man later on who's looking for a mushroom that has a gem in it.
Yeah, maybe it's the same thing in every cave, right?
Each one is just a little prison for all the wizard's minions or people who have wronged him. I don't know.
This is his cells, yeah. Instead of
Yeah.
actually having a closed off cell, he has a cave. So you guys continue wandering down this cave for a little bit, and eventually you get to an end point, just like you did with the other cave. And at this end point, you don't see a creature or something looking for anything. What you do see is that at the end, this fungus has started populating all around the end, so it kind of starts to make a very low light glow of this bluish or this greenish purplish light. And there are these barrels, and they look like they're kind of half falling apart. One of them has completely sprawled open. The binding has been rusted away, and you notice that there are some old med kits in here. Sorry, Riley's face like that. That's like they're trapped. The DM wouldn't just give us
Boiled?
med kits.
Rotten med kits?
Jackpot. I go there and start picking up med kits.
Nice. In the broken barrel, there's probably about 8 or so just scattered about. And then there are 2 more barrels that are unopened.
I quickly go to one of the med kits that Hati is gathering up from the broken barrel and open it up and do a quick inventory to make sure that they're not going to kill us.
They don't look like they're going to kill you, but these med kits are partially used. So swap, rather than saying these med kits have 10 uses, you can say they have 8.
8?
So you have 8
Okay.
med kits with 8 uses. So if you want to do some math to make it easier for yourself, that's fine too. I don't care how you track how many med kits you have, but yeah, normal med kit has 10. These ones that you picked up have 8.
Interesting.
You
And there are
mean
2 unopened barrels.
you're
Sorry.
giving us 6 full med kits and one that only has 4 uses left.
That would be how the math works out, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, we can just combine supplies into med kits
Yeah.
so that we don't have to
Yeah.
carry around a bunch of half-used med kits.
Exactly. And yeah, there's
cool.
these 2 unopened barrels.
What
I
happens
open a
if we like
barrel.
tap on the barrel? Oh, Jens is already opening the barrel.
Yeah, let's just go for it.
Do you have a crowbar handy, Jens?
No, but I do have a dagger.
Yeah, you could
I
probably use
can
that to get the top off
hand
this barrel.
Jens my crowbar.
Oh, thank you. That's probably a good idea.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you crack open the lid off the barrel, and inside you find more medkits. These ones appear to be unused.
Lovely.
And there seem to be a dozen here.
Are we stealing medical supplies from the cave people?
You mean the evil wizard person?
guess.
How many do I find?
A dozen, 12.
Oh, dang.
We're
I'll give.
We're
I'll
definitely
keep
gonna find a
4, and I'll
civilization down
give
here.
4 to Varro and 4 to Orpheus.
There you go.
Perfect.
Okay, and there's one more untapped barrel.
I'll open up this one.
Okay.
I'll use the crowbar. Jens, if you don't mind passing that back.
Yep, go for it.
Thanks. Rack.
You crack it up, and this one is full of a liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a sniff.
It is alcohol.
Ooh.
That is the devil's juice. No, guys, this is all bad stuff here. It's spoiled. It smells like it's like fermented really badly. I highly recommend no one drinks this.
Fermented, you say?
I'm gonna put the lid right back on it and just like walk away.
Did you
That's
say
nice.
the devil's juice?
Yeah, you know,
That feels
like,
rude.
we're in hell. Like
We're technically
it-
not in hell.
we're in the underworld. It is, I'm sure, made by some evil creature. It's meant to tempt us. You must be strong.
I'm sorry.
way.
This is where you draw the line?
You know, there's lots of things where I could draw the line and I choose not to. If you want to try it out, you know, be my guest. In my past, I've known to partake in the occasional fine-bodied wine, but you know,
but the normal alcohol, the normal peasant alcohol, it's not good enough for Cyrus.
it's not about whether
Exactly.
it's good enough or not. It's like we have
What's
a
it
job to do
about?
right now. We shouldn't be drinking on the job, guys. We got to have our wits about us.
I'm gonna go open up the barrel.
You open up the barrel. Yeah, because once the lid's pried off, it's super easy to open. And yeah,
I'll use my water skin to just you know, fill it up with a little bit of dump out the water, fill it with alcohol.
nice, cool. Yep, you have a water skin worth of alcohol. Exit origin story.
Oh man.
God.
It all starts with the first sip. And I take a sip.
Nice. What just tell me your experience that you think Hati would have had with alcohol before he passed on. Like if he would have been one to go drinking at the bars a lot, or if he was more out in the dungeons doing adventures trying to seek his glory. What were his priorities?
His priorities were definitely not. It was probably more focused on being in the dungeons, and he would be very intrigued by alcohol. I feel like he hasn't never not drunk enough of it. So I was like, let's try this. Why not?
So you scoop your water skin full of it, and then you take a big swig of this, and you do a spit take. This is some awful stuff. It tastes like dirt. It tastes like charcoal. It tastes yeah, it just it the closest thing you could think of is back when you were a child and you would scrap with your other adopted siblings, and one of them was particularly mean once and had you pinned and shoved some dirt into your mouth, and this is the closest memory you have to what this alcohol tastes like.
All right, you were not kidding about the devil's juice.
You know, I sometimes know what I'm talking about. Not very often when it comes to alcohol and many other things. But I'm glad I was right about this one.
I just feel like devils probably have good taste.
You know,
You guys
I
say, well,
haven't
welcome to
met too
try.
many.
That's I just feel like that's probably the case, and you're being weird about this. Anyway, I'm gonna try some.
Okay, do you want to try the stuff that Hati passes you?
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll roll for you. Describe Orpheus's relationship with alcohol. Would Orpheus be one to frequent the bars, try different things, or more focused on adventuring?
I feel like I have frequented the bars.
Yeah, so you take a sip of this, and it's not quite for you, but you can tell that even though it's not your favorite, it's good alcohol. It's not gone bad. It's not terrible. So whoever made this knew a thing or two, and yeah, it's just not your taste.
Okay. This is not bad. This is not bad.
What?
So Cyrus, you were wrong.
I'm
That's all I'm saying.
okay to admit that I was wrong, but maybe it's on principle. I've had enough issues with the infernal. My family has a long history of fighting against them. I just rather stay away from it.
Fine. That's fine. I'm just saying that you're wrong about this alcohol. It's fine. And I'm just gonna go sit in the corner.
Nice. Nice. Nice.
Jens has
you hold
gotta
on?
try some. Like, we've had some wildly different opinions, like, just out of curiosity here.
Do you pass him the flask, Orpheus, or do you take it with you? Okay,
No,
cool.
I'll pass it to him.
And Riley, describe Jens's relationship with alcohol. I imagine it might be limited because of his holy nature, but maybe you can tell me the other, or to the opposite of that.
Well, a little bit the opposite, because Jens was like not a cloistered holy person, and in the city where Jens lived and worked, there was often working very closely with the Navy and with sailors, and so Jens would frequent bars, not every week, but sometimes, like a half dozen to a dozen times a month for different social events. I think he has a relatively healthy relationship with alcohol.
Nice. So you have a sip of this, and this is some damn good stuff. It's right up your alley, the kind of things you like. You like those sort of bitter, earthier flavors, and it tastes like some well-aged whiskey.
Damn.
Like you've had the pleasure of sitting down with the right people at the right bars who have bought you the right stuff before, and this, like, it's punching at that weight class. So it's some of the best alcohol you've had. You'd say it's been sitting in this barrel for a long time.
Oh my goodness. Does anyone else have a flask? We got to take as much of this with us as we can.
What?
And I take another sip.
In my experience, friends, spirits are something for celebrations. Once one has accomplished what one set out to do, in partaking in spirits before one has finished their quest is a surefire way to ensure that one is unable to finish their quest and instead spends their life in drink.
Well,
Well said.
I
Well said,
strongly
Barry.
recommend we save our inebriations for a time once we have finished what we are trying to do.
I do strongly agree that now is not the time to go wild. Certainly, drinks are well deserved in victory, but a defeat necessary.
I'm gonna pat Vero on the back and just say, "That's the spirit, Vero." And then I pour myself a drink and I drink it down.
Nice. Same question to you, Samson. What would you describe Samson's relationship with alcohol in his life?
I think Samson's kind of bloke that knows that no good battle comes without a hearty pint of ale afterwards, or mead or whatever it be, right? It's all singing glory songs of battle and adventure.
You have a sip of this, and with your past experiences, it's not like something you've had before since you're used to drinking the ales, the meads, not so much the spirits, but this is right up your alley. You agree with Jens that this is some really premium stuff. Like, you don't have much to compare it to, but you can tell that you're drinking something good.
I just look at Jens and I go, smooth, goes down
Right?
smooth.
Yes.
Hatty's confusion is just like
It's like, what is wrong with these guys?
Must be magical. All right. Yeah, so what do you guys do? You're stocked up on med kits. You got something else that heals the soul, and
I've
what do
got
you
a
guys want to
water skin, so I suppose I'll probably fill it with the spirit.
do? Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just mark down that you filled your water skin with a fine spirit or fine alcohol, whatever you want to say, cave whiskey. Makes it sound so luxurious.
That's the good
Oh,
stuff.
this is the cave whiskey.
It's been sitting in this barrel aging for who knows how long.
Literally. Yeah. Okay, so Samson, you grabbed a water skin. Jens, you're grabbing a water skin. Hati, do you want to fill up your water skin that has been slightly depleted from?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And everyone else is good on the alcohols?
Oh no, Vero's definitely filling up his water skin for later.
Nice. Right, he's not having a drink now. He's having a drink
No,
later.
now is not the time, but later is definitely going to be the time, and he's been listening.
Yeah.
I
And
feel
then
like it, yeah, I feel like it could be good for cleaning wounds also. So maybe even though I don't like it very much, I'm gonna take some as well.
okay.
We've got med kits for that reason.
Come on.
Orpheus is like, yes,
Come
I'm
on.
taking this for cleaning
taking it for
wounds. Cleaning wounds.
You know what? That's more responsible than the rest of the party, so I appreciate that.
I like how we just traded our entire party's water for just alcohol.
We
I mean,
don't
you
need
guys don't
water.
need water, so
That's true.
Sorry, as we're leaving this room, I turn to Cyrus. Cyrus, you've got to take some, because I just have this feeling that we're gonna celebrate and you're gonna want some of ours, and I'm gonna want all of mine, and I will share with you when that time comes, but I'm not gonna like it, so you should just take your own now.
You know, if it's as fine as you're saying,
It's really good.
then it would be irresponsible, I guess, of me to leave it behind. And even if I don't want to partake in the future, at least I can share it with my friends. And you know what? I think
Exactly.
that's worth
Exactly.
taking some along. So
The
you make a
generous thing
good
to do.
point. I'll fill up my water skin for but it'll be for you, Jens.
I appreciate that.
And so Cyrus will go and fill up a water skin.
Can I roll an insight check to see if this is a romantic gesture?
yes, you can. You can do that one yourself.
Ooh, I got a 15. Oh wait. I assume this was with intelligence. Is it with wisdom?
Yeah. I'll tell you if it's wisdom. So
Okay, it's a 15.
nice. Cyrus, you don't have to answer to everyone, but you do need to DM me.
Okay, I'll DM you.
Awesome. Love a good barrel full of whiskey in the cave. I'm assuming you guys put the lid back on before you leave, eh?
How big is the
How
barrel?
heavy is the barrel?
Oh, that's a good question, actually. Hang on. I will give you an answer to this really quickly as I answer Orpheus's question. It seems like a very genuine gesture of friendship. It could definitely be miscued as a romantic gesture, but you're pretty sure that Cyrus is doing this out of the goodness of his heart.
Okay. Okay. Good to know.
Okay. Swap, you're the resident physicist here. Would you say can I say the density of alcohol is the same as the density of water for a quick calculation, or is that too much of a bad assumption?
No, that's fair.
Okay, so the thing weighs approximately 250 kilograms.
That's
Maybe
so
a little bit
much.
more with the waist of the barrel. Yeah, this is a small barrel. For people who are whiskey aficionados, it's a hogshead barrel. And a hogshead barrel holds approximately 250 liters, but I guess some of that goes away. But then there's the weight of the barrel, so I'm just gonna roughly say it's 250.
Yeah, I'm
I
gonna
don't know how much
attempt to
evaporates
pick
off in
it up.
hell, but
I'm gonna attempt to pick it up and say, "Fear not, friends, for we can have all the whiskey on our journey."
nice. Samson grabs the barrel and hoists it up and is using all of his muscles. You can tell because he's flexing really hard. Samson, this is outside of your carrying capacity, but is within your lifting capacity. So you can carry this barrel and walk, but you move 5 feet a turn. So the party will be moving at 5 feet while you carry the barrel.
It seems like this is important, so I just kind of like grab the barrel and slowly start to shuffle. Onward, friends!
Samson, truly no one can doubt your strength or your commitment, but perhaps it is the more ethical thing for us to leave here for other wayward travelers.
I guess. I mean, if other people get stuck in this dire cave, you'd want them to have some form of entertainment.
It's the
Yeah.
And we can
heroic thing
always
to do.
come back for more.
True. Yes, true. Nobody lose sight of where this cave is. Mark it on your maps. Saturdays, we meet here.
Cyrus is gonna pull out the stone map that he has and like put an X marks the spot where thereabouts the cave is.
So your map, if you guys remember, just like marks these big general areas. So the only area you have is lava lakes. So in the lava lakes, you've marked Whiskey Cave.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, cool.
WC.
Nice.
Yeah.
And as we depart, Jens is going to sing for the first time since he's been in the underworld. And it's a little ditty about whiskey.
Nice.
That's beautiful. Where'd you
Oh,
learn how to sing, Jens?
Oh, taverns, dinghies, schooners, finest places you could ever find yourself.
Well, it puts me in a wonderful mood. Thank you.
Ah, my pleasure.
I'm just gonna go up to Jens and be like, your singing is really nice, but why is it that Cyrus likes your singing and not my singing? That seems kind of rude.
That's a little rude. Why
Yeah.
don't you try? Do you want to try joining in with me?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that.
Okay, great. I'll go back to the top, and Orpheus has lots of practice. I'm sure you can pick it up.
I'll like try to harmonize a little bit.
Nice.
Orpheus, roll a performance check with advantage, please.
Ooh. 18.
Everyone gets bardic inspiration
Yay!
Nice.
for the next 10 minutes. Because that's how long bardic inspiration lasts.
Good.
Yeah.
I will use it.
Is your
one way or
bardic
another.
D6?
I assume
It'll just be
so.
the level 1, yeah. It'll just be
Yeah.
the level 1. Yeah. That was a good moment. I feel like it deserves that.
That is great.
That was really
Okay.
nice, Jens. Thank you.
Thank you, Orpheus.
Cyrus is going to be visibly pleased as to the music, and he's not going to say anything, but he is going to show how much he likes the music.
Nice. Fantastic.
Is this what you're singing to us?
Yes.
Okay, that's gonna have to get linked. I'll
Excellent.
watch that later and then link it. This was the song. Yeah, so we'll put that YouTube video in the comments or in the
Or
description.
like do like an overtrack of it.
I don't know with copyright how it works, but I
fair.
can definitely link it, and that's a thing that we can do safely.
With copyright, it works bad.
The resident lawyer.
Oh boy.
Man, we have an expert for everything. This is
We
great.
do. I picked my players accordingly. Yeah.
Well, that's two paths down. Hati, did you want to go down the third one, or would you prefer not going down the third one and we should go take a different path altogether?
I mean, so far we've been kind of like, 2 for 2. So let's just leave it that and then we go up.
That's not
Love
where
it.
I thought that was going.
Yes,
Wait,
of course. Good. Last one's probably bad.
I
Yeah.
think, according to our new friend, up is the way out of these caves.
Right. But we don't want to get out yet. We still need to do what we need to do.
Which is
Find a guy who doesn't have
ears.
ears, or find some ears.
Or find the guy who doesn't have ears.
I mean,
One of the two.
wasn't there other like lava fountains, waterfalls that we could go under?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
the caves were under the waterfalls, and then around there looked like there was steep paths that went up both sides to go up to the upper end where those rivers were flowing downward into the waterfalls, into the rivers below.
Well, while we're here, might as well scope it out. Go down the
Cool.
last path. We can always just turn around and leave if we don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are
Yeah.
going down cave number 3?
Sure.
Cool.
We got it.
Yeah.
We got it.
It would bother me knowing that someone might have
Yes.
been in trouble down there and we didn't go and help them.
We can note for the record that this was not a Hati direction. So if it
Right.
goes poorly, it will not count against him.
There we go. That's
Right.
I was just about to say that. Thank you.
Okay, great.
All right.
So
Let's
See-
head down that third path then.
So you guys go down the third path. And
Mhm.
you walk in, and Cyrus, I'm assuming this whole time you've been lit. Or no,
I'll-
you
I'll have
unlit
lit
yourself.
I'll light myself back up as we start going down this new path.
Perfect. So you guys are going down the path. You come to a spot that looks like it used to be the end of the cave. There wasn't really like mushrooms or caterpillars or anything distinguishable here. Just regular run-of-the-mill cave, nothing interesting going on. You get down to what you thought was the end. It was kind of around the same distance as the other two went, but this one keeps going. And let's see about that. You all notice that rather than it seeming like a naturally forming cave, this one appears to be tunneled. You can tell because it has like these ripples along the wall that seem like it was moved through inch by inch.
Can I try and figure out what could have caused this tunneling? Was it made by like a pickaxe or a tool, or was
You think it was
more
made by
an
something big
animal?
enough to tunnel a hole this size?
So like an animal,
Something.
a something.
Mhm.
A something that is at least about a 10-foot diameter, because that's about how tall the cave is.
Cool.
So like I'm not
So-
seeing like groove marks of a tool or something. It's like
No, it seems like more
Uh,
groove marks of a torso.
Oh.
Hmm.
Oh, jeez.
And
So
the
we
cave,
continue
like the
going?
caves all kind of went straight. They all went straight and were kind of parallel to each other. Once you get to this bulbous point, it starts kind of veering off a little bit and up, down, side to side.
Hmm.
Play your face.
Cyrus is gonna like try and listen to hear if there's anything coming from down the cave, the extended part.
Nice. I rolled you a nat 20. None of you feel this. Cyrus, you have this suspicion, like you can't hear it, but when you put your hand against it, you're feeling like this little tiny tremor against the side of your hand. You might be crazy, but you think you felt a little bit of a tremor.
Tremors.
I think something's burrowing. I don't know. I feel
It's an
a
important question
presence.
here.
There's something here. We're not alone.
Important question. Is it burrowing towards us or away from us?
You can't tell.
I don't know. But we should leave before we find out.
We really should.
It's probably not something with ears. Let's go. And Cyrus
right.
is just gonna turn and leave.
Nice. All right, so you guys egress from this cave and notice
Jens,
no ill effects.
Jens isn't leaving yet.
Okay, so Cyrus is currently leaving. Who's going with
Yeah.
Cyrus?
I'm
I
gonna
wanna know how
start
the party's
walking.
split.
Yeah, Vera will start walking
Okay.
slowly away from the giant creature.
And Orpheus and Samson, what do you guys want to do? Jens is hesitating as three of your party members leave the cave.
I'm gonna stay to look around a little bit.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna look at Jens and be like, I trust your whiskey taste. I trust your judgment.
Nice. Okay,
That means a
so
lot. Samson,
Mr.
I will always strive to be worthy of it.
Doesn't take much for me, honestly. It's and it's a good thing. Seems like a good guy.
So you guys want to investigate the entrance of this new cave or the extension of the cave rather?
Yes. And I will make special effort to try to move very stealthily.
You're
Oh,
going
you want to go
deeper
in further. Okay,
I'm
cool.
going deeper in.
Going in, boys.
Wait, what?
Cyrus isn't gonna go too far. Like he doesn't want to lose sight of the cave entrance, of the extended cave entrance.
You guys go in and coast seem clear. You walk in about 60 feet and you've rounded a soft enough corner that you are out of sight from the rest of the party. Also because of dark vision, you guys can't see them as soon as they leave 60 feet away from you guys.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Prestidigitation. Just the shape of a faintly glowing thumbs up where we can see it and they can see it. But if I drop it, then they'll be able to see that too.
Right, but you have rounded a corner too, so you don't have line of sight on them because the tunnel does some ups and downs, side to sides once you go inside.
Oh, okay, it has a whole bunch. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm just putting up the Prestidigitation where they will be able to see it, even if I cannot.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you guys, the three of you, Hati, Cyrus, and Vera, you guys see a faint glow inside the cave. And you can all intuit that it was probably the wizard that made something glow. But maybe it was the bard. Definitely wasn't Samson.
But he shines.
He does. Just in a metaphorical way.
I mean, it could have been. You don't know that. Voice that I keep hearing from the sky.
I don't like them going and venturing on their own, but we'll wait until something happens, I guess.
We could just go slowly, and if we just hear them running, then we keep running.
I'll wait here and make sure that nothing else is coming towards us.
Let's have to go in.
Orpheus, as you guys continue to walk further down the cave, you are the only one that appears to notice that the cave has gotten moist and a little bit humid.
Are there Like if I put my hand on the wall, are there like secretions?
Yeah.
Is the wall squishy?
Yeah, it's very squishy, but not in a fun way, in a very gross way.
Okay. Um, you guys, I don't know if this is important or not. It's probably not important, but the wall is squishy now.
How squishy?
It's pretty
Uncomfortably
squishy.
squishy.
Is it squishy enough that we might be inside a thing?
Are you asking the DM or are you asking the party? I'm sorry, I thought you were asking the party.
Both.
Okay. Party?
I think we're definitely inside something right now.
I grab my water skin and I go, I wonder if it likes whiskey, and then I just splash a little bit of whiskey on the ground.
You splash just on the ground a little bit?
Yeah, just kind of on the ground and on the walls, just kind of around us.
Nice. You guys start to feel like this guttural response, like certain rumblings happening, and then before you have a second to think about what this could be, you all get forcefully ejected from where you are by a tsunami of this vile liquid that's coming from the direction you were wandering towards, and it pushes you probably a good 40 feet away. And you land on your butts covered in this awful smelling stuff, and then you look and you see you're not sure what it is, but it has these weird bulbous eyes, and it's got about 1,000,002 teeth and no nose. And it kind of just looks at you a little bit, and you're not sure if it's looking at you. It's kind of just looking past you, like the guy with his eyes whited over. And it's not moving like it has noticed you.
And we just came flying out of its mouth or something like that?
You just came flying out of its mouth.
Yeah.
Here, let me just do a quick roll for the most of you aren't sure what happened, but Jens, you're like 100% sure this thing just vomited you all up and doesn't know it did it.
Okay. I'm gonna change the color of my prestidigitation light to orange.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Cyrus is gonna look at it and be like, and then he's gonna use his light cantrip to change his light to orange. Because the light cantrip I can choose any color to
Yeah.
make it light. So I'm like, maybe he wants me to be orange. So I become orange.
Oh my gosh.
I see it. I'm like, no, he wants us to help.
Yeah, can I see if orange might have a meaning in a world without green
Hazard.
lights and red lights?
You think it means hazard?
I think it means hazard. Okay. Well, friends, I think that's the signal we were waiting for from our friend Jens. We might want to follow them and see what trouble they got themselves into. Maybe they are face to face with the giant creature that we were so afraid of.
Oh,
well,
speaking of giant creature, I forgot a very important point. The three of you need to be taking acid damage from that vomit.
That
Yeah,
is
so
indeed
it's
an important point.
Yeah. So yeah, just remember to mark down the damage type and then check off a level of exhaustion on your sheets. Yeah. So you guys
That
are
was
heading
acid?
into acid. If you already had acid, then don't do anything. Just status quo.
yeah, Cyrus is just gonna start charging in because now that he's been told his friends might be in danger, it's
Right.
all or nothing.
What do you
Yeah.
guys want to do? Like I said, the creature does not seem to have noticed you, and you're about 15 feet from its face.
I'm gonna start sneaking away immediately.
Cool. The rest of you?
I am also going to start sneaking away. I have 2 levels of exhaustion now, so my speed is halved.
Nice. It's good to know.
And so while I'm sneaking away, I want to see if I can search the old memory banks for creatures like this.
Yeah.
Specifically, I guess like how intelligent it is. Like, can we talk to it? Its keenest senses, and if they are likely to like hoard any treasure or work for magical creatures in that descending order. So most important first, then.
Well,
Yeah,
we've established it doesn't like whiskey.
you know it doesn't like whiskey.
Yeah.
So it clearly has poor taste.
Mm.
And right there, that means it deserves to die. No, I'm just kidding. So you're not sure what this thing is. You've never seen anything like it before. And then kind of as a result, you're not really sure about who it works for, what its motives might be.
Sure.
But
Yeah.
based off of its reaction to you, you assume it is blind and probably sees through other means.
Okay, that makes sense. Then I don't worry about like holding myself close to the wall. I just focus on moving
I'm frozen
quietly.
again, aren't I?
And then Vito, would you like to follow your friends swiftly and quietly out of this place?
I feel like that's not really Samson's style.
Fair enough.
So what sense do I get from the creature?
Um, you look at up and down trying to figure out what its whole deal is about, and Samson looks at this thing and says, clearly this thing is the evil we are meant to be fighting. It just ate us. It doesn't like good whiskey. It must die.
Yeah, totally.
That's
So
definitely the vibe you get.
I use magnified presence to amplify my voice, and I go, "Hey, how dare you waste good whiskey?"
Nice.
Priorities.
You shout at this thing, and it seems to react to the vibrations, and it kind of whimpers and scuttles itself back down the cave 20 feet.
How big is this thing? Aren't we just this now?
Yeah. This thing is big. It's the entire volume of the cave you're in. It kind of fits nicely, and when I say it swims back down, it has to like wiggle against the cave walls to move. This thing's big. This is big enough that all you guys walked into it and didn't realize you walked into it.
Right, that's what I was thinking, yeah. Are there any like rocks or pebbles or anything nearby?
You don't see any near you.
Yeah. I'm just gonna take my sling and then throw a sling at it and be like, "Hey, I'm talking to you. Don't scuttle away. That's rude."
Okay.
Wow.
While this is going on, Orpheus and Jens, you guys still continuing to yeet on out of here?
Oh yeah.
Yes. If I'm gonna go around a corner to the point where I cannot see Samson, I will stop there.
Okay. So you get 60 feet out, and then you will not
Okay.
be able to see Samson, so you'll stop at the 60 feet mark.
Okay.
And Orpheus, you're just gonna keep going.
Yep, I am selfishly abandoning Samson.
Cool. You are able to catch Swap, Conrad, and Clay as their characters are coming towards them, so you can have a chance to pass some words with them if you'd like.
Okay, I'll just be like, there's a giant. I don't know if it's a worm or something, but we were in his mouth and we have to go now.
Where's everyone else?
They're just over there trying to talk to the worm or something.
Oh, sorry. Should we be quiet?
Probably.
Okay. All right, thanks. We'll go see if we can rescue everyone else.
Well, if you're all gonna go that way, I should probably go back. Otherwise, I'll feel like a real jerk.
You do what you need to, but I'm going farther in.
Every person needs to make a decision according to their own conscience and do what their heart tells them they need to do. If that means coming with your friends, then so be it. And if it means running away, then You do what your heart tells you you have to do. But my heart is telling me that my friends need help. And so that's what I'm going to do. And then
Bro, you are so
start
wise.
walking that way.
I cannot argue with that at all.
It-
I want to help.
Guys, that's what I just said.
But he said it in such a soothing tone.
Exactly. It was.
Fair enough.
Look at him. He's so wise. Oh my
So
god.
inspiring.
So inspiring.
And Barrow's walking away at this point. He's not listening. He's just gone.
He's just going. "Do, do, do."
Cyrus's shoulders just fall. He's like, yeah.
Oh no.
Well, he makes a good point. I agree. Let's go.
And as you guys round the corner and catch up to Jens, you all clearly see Samson hurling slings at this thing. And Samson, I want you to roll an attack with the sling.
12.
Okay, would you like to add your bardic inspiration die to it?
Oh, right. Yeah, sure. So
Just
that's
it's 1d6.
it's an additional 1.
Nice. You hit.
Nice.
Hey.
Yeah, your rock lands in the top of this thing's skull, and it just kind of smushes into the skull and stays there.
Okay.
Yeah.
No bones.
No bones. Squishy fishy.
You
Yeah.
hear me now, creature?
It
Now
it continues.
parlay with me.
It continues to scuttle back into the cage. It is now out of the normal range of the sling, but it is still within your disadvantage range. But you can walk towards it to get within range again if you want.
Take a swig of the whiskey.
Okay.
And
Nice.
I walk forward.
Nice.
Cyrus can
Liquid
see
courage.
Samson now, right?
Samson just walked out of your guys' field of vision.
Cyrus is gonna call down to Samson. Samson, get back here.
Cyrus, he disrespected me.
Really? Because it sounds like you're disrespecting him.
I didn't hear that. Sorry. I just keep...
You just keep going. Yeah, you get within range of it again if you want to throw another sling at it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I still don't have bardic inspiration, do I? I already
I
used it.
think you only get to use it once, and then once you use it, it's gone. Is that right, Emily?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this is an 11 then.
The 11, this one, the rock just kind of like chinks off of its jaw and bounces off like it didn't do anything. Must have been a soft throw.
Can I start running so I can catch up to this thing?
You can move now, but on your next turn, if you want to run, it just costs your action, so you can't hit and run. You would you would dash, yeah. But you can move up to it on your turn here.
Sure.
Yeah. So you move over, and this thing scurries back. And now you're still within range if you want to keep attacking it. Do you guys want to get in on this? I don't want to leave people out of the fight, but the fight is now 100 feet away from you.
I'll quickly mention to everyone, hey, I don't know if this big worm thing is worth us attacking. Maybe if we can drive it back, there'd be something else interesting in the tunnels. It would probably eat anything interesting. So maybe if we kill it and carve it open, we'll find something.
Or it's luring us somewhere.
It could be another cursed being, but
Oh,
honestly,
it could be. It could be.
how do we figure out what's controlling the curse?
I don't remember seeing anything back in the main section of the cave.
Are there
Well, I'm gonna go help Samson because I feel like he shouldn't be all by himself, just in case something happens.
Unsupervised.
I'm not gonna engage. I'm just gonna watch him, I guess.
You need a chaperone.
Yeah, exactly. I feel like Samson does kind of need a chaperone sometimes.
Jens is gonna try to keep up. He's probably gonna fall behind because of the damage that I've taken. I'm also gonna quickly pull out those snake-themed daggers that we got to quickly compare them to the shape of this thing. In case we like misidentified these as snakes and actually they're this worm thing.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Interesting.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So you take out the sword and you start looking at it. And you look at the handle specifically. It is definitely a snake. And
Okay.
this thing, you're not sure if it's a worm because you can't get a look at anything but its head.
Right.
And it I mean, it could be worm-esque, but it doesn't have a worm's head.
Right. Okay.
Like it's got more of a fish head than it does a worm head.
Okay. Okay.
What is this place? Who are these people?
I don't know, man. I just got here myself.
Cyrus is gonna tell Jens to just like stay back. It's like you look tired. Go outside, get some rest. Maybe take a buddy with you.
I can't. Okay, one, I can't leave you with all the danger, and two, I'm still curious about all of the things that might be down here.
All right, but don't slow us down.
I'll do my best. Go help Samson, and then
All right.
I'll spend my turns dashing just to try to keep up.
Right. Okay. Is everyone else gonna dash to keep up with Samson?
Yeah, I'll try and I'll do
will.
that to catch up with him. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you guys move 60 feet, except for Jens who moves 30, and
I also
Samson.
moved 30. Yeah.
Oh, you're also okay.
Yeah.
So you and Jens will hang out together, and then the other three will move up together. And Samson, you're keeping pace with his worm, so give me another attack on him. And just remember to mark down the ammunition you're using here.
Oh yeah. 5.
That one also misses. So it goes a little wide, scrapes his cheek, and then goes into the wall. And you see the worm continue to, or worm, whatever this thing is, worm its way
The
down
fish
the tunnel.
worm.
Yeah, the
So
fish
as
worm
it-
thing.
As it kind of goes further and further back, is it like revealing any new information in the tunnel, or it's just all bare walls?
All bare walls still. It has only moved 60 feet so far. It hasn't moved very much. Like if you wanted to, you could just melee attack this thing now. You're close enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of want to stop it so we can kind of figure out what its deal is.
Right.
Because I mean, we almost ventured inside of this thing,
You did almost venture inside of this thing.
so it's got to be important. That's what I'm
It could be
thinking.
important. Could be the important thing.
Is it an ear? It's just a giant ear.
I knew it.
All
Um,
along, it was all
Earworm.
planned.
I yell back to the party, "Come on, gang, we're going deep. We're going right into this thing." And then I try to run up to it. Can I try to grapple it so that it doesn't move anymore?
Cyrus is gonna yell back, "Don't."
There is no rule that says you can't try and grapple something more than 2 sizes bigger than you. It just has to do with moving it. So you can grapple this thing.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to-
Ridiculous as that is.
I want to grapple it, grapple its mouth and pry it open and see
Yeah.
what's in
Yeah.
there.
Well, you can grapple it, but to pry open its mouth would be a different trying to check.
First,
If you want to try and pry
grapple
open its
so that
mouth,
it
I just do a
stops-
strength
so
check.
it stops scuttling away and while my friends can catch up.
Sorry?
I want to hold it so that it stops kind of scuttling away so that my friends can catch up and we can investigate it.
All right, then roll me an opposed grapple, please. So that's going to be your athletics versus this athletics or dexterity.
Fucking shit. 5 + 2, so 7.
Okay. So Samson, you look at this thing and it's big, right? It you're pretty big, but this thing is, it's massive. You go up to it and you're like, well, you lock in your heels into the dirt and you try and just pinch its cheeks and hold it, but this thing still wiggles away from you.
Very Italian.
Like a grandmother.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, what's the matter for you?
What's the matter with you?
You know,
Oh
Italy
my
is
God.
very close to all those gods and whatnot. I'm sure you knew
Yeah.
of them.
Samson's got some Italian in him for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
This thing opens up its mouth just a little bit, kind of like if you imagine its teeth as little sharp points, it kind of opens it up just enough that you could put your hand in between them. And it breathes out this mist. And Samson, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw for me, please. It's probably not.
I rolled an 18.
You rolled an 18?
Yeah.
Okay, so 18 minus 4 is 14. You succeed.
Nice.
This pungent mist blows past you. It is awful. It smells worse than anything you've ever smelled when you were alive, at least. It's on par for things in the abyss, but yeah, other than that, you notice no effects. The mist just kind of percolates in the area though. So there's about a cloud of mist 20 feet behind you or so.
I take a swig of the whiskey. I'm gonna need to wash this down.
And then the worm burrows another 20 feet back.
I'm just gonna plop onto the ground, honestly. I'm just gonna sit down, just defeated. I've had enough of this worm, and I'm just gonna
Okay.
continue drinking this whiskey and wait for my friends to show up.
Okay. You sit down, swig your whiskey. It's pretty good. It gets better with every swig, almost like the coating of it in your mouth kind of just enhances it. And you're waiting for your friends. They show up very shortly, and you notice that even though it took them maybe 12 seconds to catch up to you, 18 for the stragglers or 24, whatever the multiple of 6 is. And the worm hasn't moved in that time. It only moved when you were chasing it. Everyone, you guys come just before the cloud of mist. You can smell it. Do you guys all choose to enter through the cloud of mist?
No.
That sounds like a
Absolutely
bad
not.
idea.
All right, you're 20
I'll-
feet
I'll
from
walk.
Samson.
No, I'll walk through.
All right, roll me a Constitution save, please.
You can do it.
Samson, why are you just sitting in this cloud of mist?
What else am I supposed to do?
Ooh,
Move
Where?
that is gonna
over
be
here. Come here.
What's it going to be, Hati?
12.
You are fine.
Nice. I'm just gonna go and sit next to Samson. It's like,
Nice.
okay there, buddy.
I pass him the water skin. I'm like, give it, Hati, give it another shot. Come on, it grows on.
Ah, this stuff. Fine. I'll take another sip.
It tastes better this time. You're coming around to their line of thinking.
Maybe I have to go back into the other
Told you.
tunnel
It's an
too.
acquired taste.
Yeah. You know.
Can we see through the cloud of mist that the thing is still there?
Yeah, you guys can see through the cloud of mist.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I'm confused. I asked Samson, so why is it just sitting there?
It's in, I don't know, it's dumb. It's insufferable.
And you thought, yeah, let's pick on the dumb creature?
Well, I mean, like, it's got all those teeth. That's like strike number one.
Sorry, how many teeth do you have?
I've not counted recently since
Oh.
into the abyss, but
Okay.
let's
Okay,
see what
no,
that has to do with anything.
just checking. That I didn't mean anything by it.
Here's Cyrus.
Oh, sorry.
Jeez.
Anyone tried?
Have you tried just talking to this guy?
That
I
was my
yelled at
next
him
question.
really, really aggressively, loudly earlier. Say
And what
anything.
happened?
He just scuttled away.
Maybe you scared him.
Well,
On the notes of talking to this thing, assuming it doesn't try to attack us, do we mind hanging out for about 10 minutes?
Sure.
Sure.
All right, I'm
Why
gonna see
not?
if, or I guess before we do that, just say everyone say something polite in all the languages that you know, and I start in common. Hello, how are you? Do you speak
Yeah.
common?
No response. No response.
Am I able to see what color it is?
In dim light, no.
Okay.
Am I able to distinguish the evil characteristics of this organism so that I can communicate them to my party members?
Its face is ugly. That makes it evil.
Yeah. Look at it. It's disgusting.
I'm a biologist and I can confirm.
It vomited us up earlier, and look, it just
So we
spit
go.
out all of this poison out of its face. It's clearly like not cool.
I start ritual casting comprehend languages. I still have it
gonna-
bookmarked.
No one else entered the mist, right? Everyone else was standing just at the barrier. Okay, cool. Just wanted to double check that. Yeah, ritual casting comprehend languages. So you guys are just chilling.
Cyrus is gonna
I'll-
try speaking to the worm in Celestial and just say, "Hey, I'm really sorry for what my friend did there. Are you okay?"
No response.
I'll try it in Sylvan.
No response.
I'll try it in Infernal.
No response.
I say in primordial, come on, are you going to just sit there, not do anything?
You guys see the fish face blow a bubble, and Samson, you hear yes.
Wow, seriously. This whole time you could have just been speaking primordial. Obviously I speak it. Look at me. Don't I look like I speak
Obviously.
primordial?
It sticks out its tongue and just goes. It doesn't say anything. Everyone just sees it do this at Samson.
Guys, this thing speaks primordial. It's ridiculous. And he's
Oh.
just as insufferable in primordial as he is in basic.
So he's just another friend.
He
Pretty
literally
fish.
just threw a raspberry at me. He's got no respect.
Oh.
How much longer do I have of casting?
You got so much time.
No.
Samson, why don't you like ask him what's his deal and like try to be friends with him?
I did. I
he-
said, what are you doing? Why you're just gonna sit there? And he's like, yes.
Well,
The
just like
fish
be
shoots a
nice.
stream of water at Samson, but it misses.
You guys see what I mean? Can we kill this thing?
Just ask it if it's cursed.
Sure. Hey, fish thing, are you cursed or what?
It looks at you and just says in primordial, in a mocking 10-year-old voice, "Your mom's cursed," and then spits water at you again, but misses.
Wow. All right. I've had enough. I'm walking back through the mist.
Wait, Samson. It's not illegal to be a jerk, unfortunately. So just keep that in mind.
Suppose you have a point. I feel like we're also not officers of the law, so I don't really care what's legal and what's not.
I will
I'm
rephrase
more
it. It's not
concerned-
evil to be a jerk.
Maybe it is. We don't know that.
It's a little unethical to punish people for being just a jerk.
That's exactly what I'm trying to get across here.
Yep.
We think.
Yep.
What if
Yeah,
you're
maybe.
a
Depends on the
disgusting fish monster jerk? Then what?
I mean, maybe you could ask him like if he's guarding something, or if you could get out of the way so that we could go down the rest of the tunnel.
Okay, I'm gonna look directly into the eyes of the fish monster and just say in primordial, like, look, I'm gonna get real with you. We're just here to find some ears or find a guy who's missing ears. I'm not keeping very good track, but my friends here, we're on a quest. This is embarrassing for me that I've not been able to make any progress here in this tunnel with you. So just help me out here. Come on, like, do you know anything about some sort of ear situation?
So I think you've interacted with children of this age before, and it very much in that sort of tone just kind of like says a half-assed version of what you said back, but he's like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, you can't tell you're looking for me." And then it tries to shoot water at you again and misses.
Samson, I have an idea. Why don't you tell this worm that we know where its parents are, and that we'll tell them of its abysmal behavior if it does not improve its attitude.
I look at the worm and I say, look, fish worm thing, I am your father. And my little friend here, the purple one, is also your father. We are your fathers. You have to listen to us. You must
Roll
obey.
roll a deception check. And you can get advantage because Orpheus's presence of being a like disappointed looking parent figure, which I'm assuming you would do and act up. So
Oh yeah,
18 minus 2 is 16.
that's pretty good.
Not bad.
16 or 18 did you say?
I rolled an 18, but it's minus 2 for deception because of the charisma
Oh,
modifier.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah. It looks at you and in primordial, and this time it's got a very different tone, and it just kind of says, I killed my fathers. And it charges towards you and tries to bite you.
Okay.
It misses. I rolled so bad for this thing.
It misses, and then I just say, you're going to have the biggest time out, young man.
Do you do
Cyrus
anything
is
else? Do you
gonna
want to
is
try and hit
gonna
it or no?
Cyrus is gonna call up to Samson. Now's a good time for a bonk.
That's a good time for a bonk. All right, sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out
It
my
is
bonk.
time.
Nice.
You know what they say when your kids won't listen to reason?
Physical abuse.
Physical abuse, exactly. Beat them.
No,
No.
bad. Don't physically abuse children.
It was a joke, guys. Everyone who's listening right now, it's a joke.
For legal purposes, that
Yeah.
was not true. You should not do that.
But go ahead, abuse this
Does
worm.
not endorse beating your children.
Maybe just like a light spanking.
No.
Okay.
No.
Don't make me have to cut this entire portion. The worm thing just never happens. It's like it's too problematic. We just got to get rid of it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and
Deserved
bonk your child on the head.
I rolled a
Mhm.
16, and then I guess with the club I get +2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your roll plus the
Yeah.
mod, which should be your strength plus proficiency, which is +2. So that definitely hits. So go ahead and roll damage.
As below, so above does not endorse child abuse, even when it's an ugly fish monster. I rolled a 3, and then I guess plus my strength mod, so 4.
Nice. So 4 damage to this big beast. Awesome. Yeah, you bonk it right in the jaw, and it's pretty upset and a little bit embarrassed, honestly, that it missed. And it kind of just says like a found out bully that's trying to justify their crappy performance. Just like, I meant to let you get that, and just says it in primordial at you.
It's within range of me now, right?
Oh yeah, you guys are melee range. Yeah.
So can I just like put my hand like on his cheek and just be like, look, I never wanted to hurt you. You know that I don't like to do things like that. But now that we've, established this, you know that this isn't going to work out, so let's just figure this out like adults.
It tries to bite your face and again misses because apparently I can't roll above a 5 for this thing.
Oh my god.
Love that we're all just watching this, having no idea what they're saying.
Exactly.
You just hear the fish go. "Boo, boo, boo."
And what do I
Time
sound
again.
like when I speak primordial?
Yeah.
You can tell me how you want to sound. I just imagine it's kind of like animalistic sounds.
I was thinking like
Yeah. Yeah.
Classic.
It's got a different accent than you. You got the accent from being a demigod. It's got the accent from being a fish worm.
Yeah.
Yep,
Mm.
yep, yep.
The fish
Makes
worm
it-
accent.
Makes
Different
it hard to
dialects.
justify the parent figure.
Yeah, do you want to try and bonk this thing again, Samson? It's trying to hit you, but it's really failing.
Sure. Well, this time I rolled a 2, so that one's definitely not
That one
gonna hit.
misses. Um,
I mean, I feel like we should Samson seems to be doing fine. We don't really need to join in. He's,
it opens
Like a
its mouth
cartoon
again,
bonking this thing with
and
its giant stick.
it blows a brisk wind in your guys' direction. So everyone that is away from the fight won't have to do this roll, but I think it's just Samson that's in range. So Samson, do a Constitution saving throw.
3.
Nice. So you go ahead and take some cold damage from these brisk winds as they chill you right to your bones.
Nice.
And yeah, just mark down the and then have speed, which still doesn't affect anything yet.
Does the breath disperse the mist, or is that mist still just hanging there?
The poisons, because they moved back a little bit, I think it's still just
Mhm.
kind of hanging out in the air.
Okay.
It looks like it's slowly dissipating. Like you'd say maybe in another 18 seconds, it'd probably be dissipated.
Do you think like if I just held my breath and ran through it, I'd be okay? Or is this like something that would like hurt my skin?
You probably don't want to test it.
Fair enough. I'll just wait then.
Okay.
It's a good show.
Yeah, Samson, if you want to keep bonking it, go for it.
Hot tea crossed the mist, right?
Hottie,
Yeah.
are you gonna run into
I
it?
look back at
I
Hot
am
Tea
gonna
and
be
like,
running.
Can you give me a little bit of hand with this, brother? Or...
Yeah, I was like, yeah, I as soon as I saw it attack you, I am gonna be running in.
Okay, cool. Do you want to run in for a melee hit, or do you want to stop short of the ice wind?
I'll stop short of the ice wind and throw one of my hand axes.
Nice. So the mist is it's again the same distance that it disperses, another 20 feet away. So you stop 20 feet out from it and throw your hand axe. So give me a roll for that.
Yeah, and it's the first attack of technically is, or does that not count?
No, it does, because you haven't acted in combat yet.
Sweet. That's gonna be a 12.
Unfortunately,
Oh, sorry.
12.
13.
13. Unfortunately, that shoot. I didn't write down its AC. Samson, did you hit with a 13 earlier, or was it higher? I seem to recall you hitting with a 16, but I don't remember if there was also a 13 that hit.
I feel like I did hit with the 13 earlier.
All right, we'll say it's AC 13 then.
There we go. Sweet. That will be a successful hit and a total of 3 damage.
Nice.
And I don't have my one hand axe. I presume I picked up the one from earlier.
And hand axe is slashing, right? If I remember correctly.
Yes.
Cool. Awesome. So that takes us. Let's see. Samson, did you go, or did Hati go after the? I think you have. Yeah. So we'll say it's Worm, Hati, you. Just I guess the order doesn't matter with 3 of you guys right now, but yeah. So it's your turn.
Cool. Well, I just
This
it
half has
called,
comment.
called Hati in. I just rolled a 4 for bonk.
Yes. 4 will not slice it. That takes us to the fish. And the fish just says at you in Primordial, "Is that all you got?" And it tries to bite you, but I think your AC is higher. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, yeah, it beats. So it is going to bite down on you. And I guess I don't need to roll damage because that doesn't matter to you guys. It does piercing damage to you with its bite. I
To
believe
both of us?
no, it only bites Samson.
Okay.
Yeah. You remember you're 20 feet away, Swap.
Yeah, I'm still 20 feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured. I don't know if
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll throw a magic missile into the mix if I get a chance.
Yeah, we'll just throw people into combat when they want to go. That seems like a natural initiative, actually. It's like, I feel like attacking it now. I'm gonna step in.
Yeah, like I feel like I'm still a long
so
way from finishing comprehend languages, and it looks like negotiations have failed.
also Samson's talking to it now.
Yeah.
Samson is talking to it now. Oh yes, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was still gonna
so-
like try to get in on the conversation, but if
Oh,
Understand
Like,
what the heck they're talking about.
If
Yeah.
if I tell Jens it's primordial, can he speed up the spell? And be like, maybe you can have a
No.
better go at this one. This is not my strong suit.
I mean, maybe
unfortunately,
that's how
comprehend.
magic works.
Unfortunately, with comprehend languages, it's gonna be the same length regardless.
Gotcha.
and it's only one way.
Yeah, you can't speak it. You can only understand it.
Oh, I see.
Yep.
Mm.
So Jens, go ahead and throw a magic missile into the mist. So roll the damage.
Sweet. Draw those 3 little silvery barbs in the air and let them go all at once.
Huh.
What those
Ooh,
three
that is
notices.
11.
11. Ooh,
11
nicely done.
damage.
This thing's looking pretty hurt. This thing's looking pretty hurt. Hati is your go.
I am gonna go. Is a mist still there for the cold?
Yeah, the mist is still there. You'd
Okay.
say it's probably going to be there for maybe another 54 seconds, give or take.
Give or
Right,
take.
of course.
Gotcha. In that case, I'll actually use my light crossbow to actually attack it with an arrow.
Nice. Go for it.
And let's see. Ooh, that's gonna be a 14, so that hits.
That is right. Deal the damage, please.
That is a total of 1 damage.
You guys roll like
Nice.
crap for your damages, I must say. Like, I'm waiting for those
So-
8s, maybe a 5 or 6. You guys get those sometimes, but I haven't seen a max damage yet. I'm disappointed.
It's
Roll
so
better.
sad.
Come on. 1 damage, you said? Okay. So, yeah.
1 damage.
It looks slightly more damaged. You'd
That's
say
better
you made
than
a
nothing.
quantum leap in the damage that you've dealt.
A quantum loop. Gotcha. Yep. Funny how his health is quantized.
Yeah, apparently its health is quantized. Okay, speaking of quantum mechanics, I guess it's Samson's turn.
I'll attempt to bonk it again. I was gonna say grapple
Do
it,
it.
but I think I'll attempt to bonk it.
Remember, you're disadvantaged now because of the exhaustions.
Right. Yeah. Okay, so I take a 14 plus 2, so 16. And then the damage.
Was that with disadvantage you got 16?
Yeah, I rolled a 16 and a 14, and then it's plus 2.
Oh, that's really good. Okay, yeah. What was the damage then?
1. plus 1 because of my strength modifier.
So you're like, you get 2. Ah.
Hey, it's
14
better than
hours
missing.
later. Yeah, it's true. Hitting is better than missing. This is wise words.
Mhm.
Would anyone else like to throw their hat into this fight, or are you guys just content watching?
All good over here.
Yeah, I'm
No.
standing there looking disappointed in everyone.
Nice. Then
If
The 2 fighters.
sorry, yeah, if I can go again, I'll just
it'll come
just
around to a sec.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I wrote down a little initiative, so it's the fish next, but I wanted to give other people a chance before I just put it back to the enemy. So the fish is going to breathe out something. And it breathes out another. Actually, no, hang on. What's it gonna do? Samson, you're the only one up there. Everyone else is far away. Well, it didn't appreciate the magic missile hit, so it's going to try and hit Jens. And Frick, it misses. It shoots another spit of water out, but you manage to dodge it. So unfortunately, the fish does not hit you. But now it is your turn, Jens. If only you had more than one spell slot.
Well, we'll see how a firebolt does.
Dry out that fish.
Yeah, make some fish
We can
fillet.
have some fish for dinner.
Oh, I still have Bardic, correct?
Yeah, we'll say it's been less than 10 minutes.
Then
Not really
that
keeping a
ekes
good
us up
clock,
to
so.
a 15.
There you go. Give me the damage. Give me the damage for that firebolt. Let's see a 10.
And it's a
Anything
two.
more than 1 and I'll be happy. We got a 5.
Oh,
Hey.
Good
There we
job.
go.
look at us. Slightly less than average. Hati. What would you like to
I
do?
will continue shooting it with my crossbow. It's like it's
Yeah.
hitting a lot of my friends now. It's at least trying to.
You hurt my friends, so I hurt you.
16. Okay.
Do it. Let's see it.
Could this be it? Oh,
Finish
that's
him.
a 6 damage.
Yes. And Hati fires an arrow straight and true right into this thing's face, and it hits it in one of its eyes. The eyeball explodes, and the fish bursts into fine dust.
The whole fish.
Nice.
Bursts
The
into
whole
dust.
fish into a fine
Okay.
dust. And it reveals some things that I'll tell you about next time. So that's where we'll end it.
Samson falls down to his knees and he goes, "My son!"
Oh no.
In common or primordial?
It's a good question.
He wants you all to know that it was his son.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Wow.
thought he was attacking you.
Damn.
So, you know.
I
That's
told
emotional.
him. I told him. I didn't want it to go this way.
Your son was cursed?
I don't know. He was some kind of fish or something.
Your son was some kind of
Oh,
fish?
I am so
mean-
confused.
Like we just got, like he was my son, but like, we got caught up in this whole, like I really felt the connection, like he was my son.
So he wasn't
he
actually
wasn't.
your son.
Well, I mean, I told him he was my son.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I tell people things too sometimes.
We know.
Just saying, I really wanted him to pull through and just join the party, come with us on our adventure, but
Oh,
didn't work out.
that's too bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry about your son.
Thank you.